Now this I can't resist talking about. Not my original plan for a video, but hey, anything to get my lazy ass back to uploading videos. Get the ball rolling, so to speak. A fair warning to everyone watching, the topic discussed in this video may give you some sort of STD, but on the flip side, you won't be exposed to this cancer for very long. Promise. Some news hit the internet this week about an incident regarding a stream that was discovered on Twitch's front page. If you happen to be perusing Twitch in the past couple of days, you may have very well been a victim of this. There's no point beating around the bush really. What was featured on Twitch was fetish content. There is no doubt about that. Now Twitch is already quite infamous as is for having been plagued with explicit content. Hot tub streams, for example. But going as far to highlight diaper for fetish content is a step too far, even by Twitch's lax standards. Also, fun fact, appearing on the front page isn't caused by a stroke of luck. It isn't randomly determined by some bot or an algorithm. It has to be something you've applied for, which then means that a person has to review your channel and your content and then decide whether or not you are worthy enough to be placed on the front page. Which means some maniac working at Twitch saw this and thought that not only was this acceptable content to be hosted on their platform, but good enough to showcase to everyone on a mixed audience platform without a second thought. The streamer in question is called Tiger. Here's a post from Tiger's Blue Sky celebrating the then upcoming front page feature. I can't find anything on their Twitter account because it's gone. Speaking of the Blue Sky account, here's an interesting post. This is the level of intellect we're dealing with here. I think you meant to say most. Most people don't find diapers to be a kink or fetish or sexual thing. By the way, would you care to explain what you find so enticing about a diaper and a pacifier? Just wondering if you got a good explanation for this. I just don't quite understand this obsession of yours over dressing like a baby and acting like one. Because it's everywhere on your social media. Mix all of this with the furry thing? I don't have high hopes for you. But maybe there is hope. Perhaps Tiger can prove to us that there was a reason as to why they were featured on the front page. Here's his chance to get a slam dunk. After all, he does describe himself as a comedian. Here's a reaction clip from XQC to Tiger's feature on the front page.
They adore you!
Anything for you?
Locked in. Has Kevin said anything?
Kevin is so fucking locked in, he hasn't spoken a word in 50 minutes.
What's up with this furry plus diaper thing with like a bib?
Nothing too bad. He pulls a funny face and describes what he sees. He even says that he won't judge.
I'm not gonna judge.
He won't, but I will. It's in my name.
Okay, I'm gonna judge. Actually, I think
Well, okay. He does judge a little bit.
Adults, weird furry combo with diaper and thing.
Much love can I get?
Still, nothing too hard-hitting, really. Tiger then reacts to that reaction. Let's observe what peak comedy looks like from someone confident enough to put comedian in their bio.
XQC, find something better to do. Dude, XQC's community is triggered. Listen, the day XQC's community is the litmus test of normalcy is the day I admit this is weird. They're weird. And they should be spending their stream making content for themselves and not watching other people. At least I have a personality. I don't see you can get hate from inside the club. You can't even get in. You just opened Twitch and you were on the front page? Good. Tell him to stay there. Tell him to stay in his lane. It's boring. It's a boring way to spend your time that we don't have to sink ourselves down into. A lot of the haters today will be furries in the near future, I guarantee it, or they won't. I don't know. Maybe they'll just live sad lives forever. I don't know. But like we don't even have to, like, they're so beneath us. It's crazy. It's almost like it doesn't even feel like real life. It's like NPCs, you know what I mean? It's like you don't feel bad running over the people in GTA, right? The haters are like those people running in GTA from your car. They mean nothing. They're like bugs on your windshield.
Profound mental retardation. Yeah. XQC is the weird one for watching your stream for all of about 15 seconds. You know, your stream. that is public, that you advertised on your public social media profiles so that people can see your channel that was featured on the front page of Twitch, that you had to apply for so that you can gain even more viewership. You get exactly that from one of the most well-known streamers ever, but then you realize who it is, turn around, and then say, oh, it's XQC, he's the weird guy with the weird fanbase, without a shred of irony. Have some self-awareness for God's sake, man. Look yourself in the mirror and know your place. Let's do a quick comparison. XQC is a Quebecan who can't speak English very well. That's really about it. You can be summed up as an AIDS-ridden shit-smearing monster. You are a diaper fur VTuber with an ugly model that has a diaper and pacifier toggle. And it always seems to have this gooning face on for some fucking reason. It's very disturbing to see. And you want to know how Twitch dealt with this? He was banned for a day. 1 day. In that amount of time, Tiger could have gone to sleep, woke up, shit himself, have breakfast, and roll out of bed, and by the time he was finally done with his morning routine, he would have already been unbanned. You know what? I demand compensation for the rape of my retinas and the defilement of the pixels on my monitor. No one should have had the misfortune of coming into contact with this streamer or their content. Whilst my reasonable request will fall upon deaf ears, Tiger seems to think that their content is worthy enough of getting financial support. On Tiger's Linktree, there's a numerous amount of links to other platforms. Oh, and by the way, that Discord server is only the second scariest link on the whole list, because, of course, one of Tiger's strategies for online profit is a Fansly account. Oh my god. I am not going to click on either of those links, because I don't feel like dying of syphilis. There is a Patreon link, however it seems to be empty. If you've noticed a censor bar, that's because that's Tiger's real name. I've censored it as a sort of courtesy. Between me and Tiger, I'm the only one who seemingly has that sense. However, there is an archive of the Patreon with the tiers that were available. The thing that'll stand out to you immediately is the $100 per month tier. And if you're bored of just throwing money at this freak, you can outright just buy them shit from their throne page. Like a shoe. Or a shirt, 3XL by the way. Some underwear, he needs that many because they're diarrhea fodder. A toy rated for children 6 months and up, again with the fucking baby thing. A grotesque neon sign, and if those options aren't expensive enough for you, then fuck it, a brand new PC. And if you actually want something back for the fact that you're stupid enough to give someone like this money, you can have an overpriced hoodie or a poster that I wouldn't even consider using for toilet paper. As it turns out, Tiger doesn't actually know a lot about toilet paper, or hygiene at all for that matter.
No, you want to hear something atrocious? I didn't know for like the vast majority of my life that you needed to wipe.
Going on to Tiger's YouTube page and sorting it out by popular reveals to us the reason why anyone would even give his channel the time of day. Most of the videos there have goonerbait thumbnails, and some even have discussions of explicit themes, such as his sexual awakening vid. His songs are rubbish, and there's nothing else that really stands out. Well, no, I'm lying. There is one more little gem that I can find. There's footage of Tiger performing on stage in real life. Let's give it a look, shall we? Let's find out who's behind that disgusting mask.
Take me up.
This is the guy behind that fucked up cartoon avatar. Look at him. Just fucking look. I stand corrected. There is something worse than a diaper fur. And that's an obese diaper fur, who's also a liar. 3XL my fucking ass. Add another X to that. And another one. And another one, just to be safe. Because you want to... because you wouldn't want to walk around looking like this. The lard is leaking out of his fucking shirt. But hey, at least you've got a gunt. Not exactly what you were hoping for, but it sounds close enough. As if this cock-up of featuring this retard wasn't bad enough, at TwitchCon, a streamer by the name of Emiru was sexually assaulted by some fat slob. Now, this wouldn't have happened if the security she hired wasn't hiding in the corner playing with his dick, but I digress. The main guy she wanted was banned from the event, because he did his job properly at a previous event apparently. What? Well, it's not like Twitch ever cared about the health and safety of anyone. Remember that ball pit incident? Now, if I were in charge of safety at TwitchCon, this would have never happened, because I've created an impenetrable design. So, let's envision the typical TwitchCon environment. Streamer is in their designated area, and they're surrounded by fans, perhaps wanting to buy merch or get an autograph. First, we establish a no-go zone. Then we raise this zone up by a meter, creating a sort of platform, so that if anyone tries to cross this zone, it will be a lot harder for them and slow them down, making it easier for security to apprehend the offending individual. Security should always be visible and obvious. This will act as a deterrent. Lastly, if all else fails, the streamer will have been handed an emergency weapon. I'm thinking one of those sticks that you see Chinese security carry. Those seem to work pretty well. If you're having a hard time imagining what this new setup looks like, don't worry, because I've created a blueprint. And here it is! On a more serious note, creators are seriously going to have to think about how they're going to approach conventions. It seems like now, the best way to go about it is to take a page from the VTuber's book. Digital meet and greets? Sure, you'll miss out on the convention experience, but then again, are you really missing much? But there is some good news. It has apparently been confirmed that Emeru will be pressing charges against the subhuman who assaulted her. Way! Fantastic. Now, be sure to hire a good lawyer, because I imagine, if argued correctly, he might be able to convince the judge that the only way to deliver appropriate justice is to rip the perpetrator's lungs, kidneys, and heart out. Or, if that doesn't work, put a shock collar on him, keep it on him for however long Emeru wants. I suggest a minimum of 5 years, and then give the remote to Hassan. I think he would appreciate that greatly, seeing as he's been going through the motions lately. In conclusion, Twitch is an embarrassing platform. From the impression that it's given me, it's ran by a bunch of degenerate, age-play, diaper-shitting, furry, roleplay-loving perverts, led by a belligerent CEO who seems perfectly content with the site turning into a digital red light district.